Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome back. This is Jim Grisanzio from the Oracle Groundbreakers team, and I'm back here for another conversation to support the Oracle Groundbreakers India Yatra conference, which is taking place, which is actually wrapping up this week. The next few days it ends. It ran last week and the week before, and I'm here with Karan Dodwal from India. Karan, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Jim. Thanks for having me.
It's very good to meet you. I've been to India a bunch of times. I don't think we've actually met, though. We might have passed each other in the hallway,
Yes.
because at various conferences. And so I specifically, but I've been following you on social media, so I certainly see you as a part of the community. Um, and so I specifically reached out to new speakers for this event, and you are my 35th interview for this event, which I can assure you is too many to do, but I'm
Yes.
very tired. But we're actually wrapping up this week, so that'll be
Great.
good. I can take a little bit of a break. So, Karan, we haven't met before, so if you can help me out, just give me a little summary of who you are, what you do, and where are you right now. I see you're probably not in San Francisco.
Yes. So right now in India, I am in a northern part. Uh, so I'm from Chandigarh, but I work is a place Gurugram. So I work there in a company, Fidelity International. It's a financial asset management company, and that's where I am right now. And I work here as a Exadata technical specialist. So we manage Oracle products like Oracle Database, Golden Gate, Exadata, and we help customers to achieve, their solutions in terms of performance or management or any kind of solution which you're looking for when it comes to Oracle.
Cool, cool. So you are presenting, or actually you presented, right? You already gave your talk.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
Last week.
Last week. Okay. Exadata Performance Management. So I know Exadatas are big, massive machines, and so tell me all about performance management with Exadata.
Yes. So last week, when in this session, I covered how customers can manage performance in Exadata. Considering Exadata is so heavily used, if customers even go to cloud like autonomous database cloud or autonomous service, there is Exadata behind the scenes. Even on-premises customers, most of the customers, yes, they prefer Exadata. And why Oracle Exadata? Because of performance. Performance is the biggest reason. So we help customers, or I covered in the sessions, in my session, that how customers can actually take advantage of the Exadata performance. Now, starting from scratch, to the end, I would say building machines for DBAs. Like what are the design considerations? Like if you go for X8M, there is persistent memory. How DBAs or DMAs, database machine administrators, can give proper allocation to their most priority databases, and configuring storage as per their needs, IORM performance shares, because if one math goes wrong, the performance can go down as well. And allocation extent sizes, table spaces, table extent sizes, everything for proper alignment. So everything we covered, like even if you go for like customers migrate, after migration, what issues they have. Some customers think we can just drop the indexes, or there are a lot of questions which customers have. Some customers just complain we are having performance issues. So it's an art basically for post migration or before migration. What are the key areas? Compression, hybrid columnar compression, how to manage that. So all of the things, application design, how they should start managing all these things from Exadata point of view. So that talk was very important for DBAs, I should say developers, how they can actually leverage the Exadata machine properly in order to get maximum performance, I should say, for this exit M, or generally exit X machines.
So you've actually mentioned something there I haven't heard before. I mean, obviously DBA I've heard, but you said DMA, so database, so something machine manager.
That's right.
What's the distinction between a database, DBA, and a, D, um, a DMA?
Yes, DMA. Yes.
Yeah.
So now, as you know, DBAs are evolving. So in the future will be that DBAs, or I should say, DMA would actually mean that database machine administrator.
Machine
So
administration.
machine administrator. So that person or machine administrator, database machine administrator, should be able to manage storage and networking, the Linux operating system. So he manages the entire machine, like if you see extending file systems, or at runtime, or solving those issues from storage stack, networking stack, patching the whole machine, all the stacks from network storage to the database nodes. So that's what the DMA would be considered as, who can manage the entire machine. So knowledge of all these three stacks is very important.
Now, is this managing the machine on site? So on premise?
Yes. So normally what happens, there are, I would say major of the tasks would be remote, because once the machine is up and running, you can take remote console from anywhere. There are a lot of consoles. Even you can take an iLome console physically, and you can reboot machines physically, literally. So yeah, most of the tasks are remote. But yeah, initial assembling, work with Oracle when they come and assemble and install the Exadata rack. So yeah, that's something which Oracle does initially, but post that, it's all remote tasks which we have to do. Like even patching, everything is remote. So you don't physically need to be in data center post once the machine is set up.
I see. Okay. So these are big, complex machines, and obviously, your whole talk here is about performance. So, just from the early list that you actually ticked off, there's a lot of things to keep in mind to basically tune these machines. I would imagine, and I'm speculating here, I would imagine that each customer would have their own unique set of circumstances for performance. Is that the case?
Yes. So most customers have, I would say, different cases. So like I even covered in my talk that the future of DBAs will be if you can actually help the customers, like application developers, to design their schema, their application performance. Like a DBA would be in demand if he can recommend or create a perfect partitioning table which actually suits, or let's say in memory, which in-memory option you would use, which compression option you would use, how you are managing the sequences. So a good DBA would be, or the future DBA would be, that who can actually help the application consumers, the customers, to leverage the performance better in such a way that they can manage their indexes, like autonomous indexes. Do the customers, are afraid to use this option straight away? So all these things are very, very important. Scans, right? Should we straight away drop indexes, or initially or accept smart scan? These are the questions which I even covered in my talk. So customers have different requirements. Some customers are totally dependent on in memory, right? So they don't rely on other options. So it's very important that the DBA should understand customers different use cases. Some are just analytics. So if it's just analytics, you need to know proper in-memory options, right? So how much memory you are going to give, what priority you will set for tables, right? So proper planning and proper solutions must be given to the customers accordingly.
So you mentioned a couple of times when you were just speaking there, a couple of times about how the role of the DBA is actually changing, it's evolving. This sounds like good news, because if they're going to be, working more with developers, that seems like an opportunity for them in terms of their careers.
Yes. So definitely, because I would divide the role of DBAs now. So one would be a database administrator, who is, I would say, a normal operator who just manages day to day, like those tasks anyways will be automated. Most of the customers have already automated, like space management, right? Like you can just have auto extend on, right? Purging activities and so on. So just in case anything goes wrong, so they daily support up. And one is now the future DBAs who are actually focusing on smart solutions, I should say, automation. Most of the tasks can be automated now. So and also who are, let's say, focusing on customers application performance, like I said, indexing, partitioning techniques, warehouse star schema tuning. That's another art, like how you can write star queries, how you can leverage the star query. There are some special init aura parameters, star transformations, how you can help customers achieve proper performance in with bitmap indexes. So definitely I would divide DBAs into two ways: the basic database operators who would manage basic tasks, and one other, the smart DBAs who actually want to change or move forward with automation and focus on the smart area, security, right? Some customers just just forget the basic part, which is security. So label security, database vault. These are some special products. So yeah. So smart DBAs are the futures, I would say.
So, from your interactions with DBAs, just at conferences and just through conversations, are they embracing this? Are they adopting this? Some of these new roles, sort of embracing them as opportunities. They are.
Yes. So when we go, to conferences like community, we as a All India Oracle User Group, it's the largest community. We have Sai Penumuro leading all India Oracle User Group. It's a very big community, largest, I should say, considering the people who use, number of people who use Oracle in the community. So people ask questions. Some of them, yes, they have doubts, like what is the future? Cloud is coming and all that. So definitely DBAs have the advantage now, so that they can focus on smart work now. So they don't want to manage the mundane work, just monitoring alert log, that's it. While now you can just automate and grab the stuff, and now, like Sandesh was talking about, autonomous now. So yeah. So there are algorithms which can actually predict that this is the problem which you might have. So by grabbing and understanding the patterns. So DBAs are looking forward for cloud technologies, cloud evolution, autonomous databases, right? Exadata, right? The features available in Exadata, right? For customers, there are some special features only in Exadata, only for Exadata customers, right? So definitely DBAs are, most of them, I should say, are ready to evolve and change the game, and they are also ready to adapt into their skills.
Cool. That sounds good. It sounds like there's plenty of opportunities. One of the reasons why I asked you that in terms of your interactions with the community is you're an Oracle ACE as well. And that's a community-based sort of program, recognition program. And you're also heavily involved in the All India Oracle User Group community. And I've been there many times, and you're absolutely right. It's vast, very, very vast, big. So talk a little bit about the community. Talk a little bit about your interactions with the community.
Yes. So considering India, All India Oracle User Group, very, I would say the largest Oracle User Group. So we have, a chapter, a regional chapter almost for every state here, right? Or I would say the major states where Oracle users are more. So it's been so long that, like around, I would say, 2 decades. Sai Penumuru, Murli Valat, Satyendra Kumar, they started this program long time back. And we are so lucky, I should say, that they have established this community. When people interact with each other, the experts meet, we have our own opinions, we share knowledge, we resolve our issues, live by meeting them in person. And people get inspired, they learn new technologies, they attend sessions physically. Now time is different, but it's amazing experience, considering we have North India chapter, we have Chennai chapter, we have Bangalore, Mumbai. So all these Pune major cities have their regional chapters, and it has expanded. It has expanded like anything. So definitely, I would say we are lucky to be in one of the biggest user group across all India. And AIG is again the family which covers all these chapters.
Yeah, I've been to Sangam. I've only been to one Sangam, that was last December, and very impressive, not only from a conference, just in terms of the technologies discussed, but how you guys organized it. I mean, I've organized many conferences, so I know what's involved, and
Absolutely.
I just observed everybody. It was really, really incredible how efficient it was. But it was also very interesting for me because the Indian culture was just blended right into it for obvious reasons. I mean, it wasn't, forklifted, from Silicon Valley, that kind of thing. It was
Absolutely.
a local event, and I really appreciate those a lot. And I was on Yatra last year. Well, I was on six of the cities, six of the
Yes.
10, and I was determined to do. I think Sai was planning 12 this year, and
Okay.
that's insane. I was determined to do all the cities, the whole tour, and
Oh,
I was gearing up with it, and then 2020 happened, and everything
yeah,
changed.
I can
But
understand.
I'm hoping to go
Yes.
back in the future to do the yatra, the physical yatra.
Yes.
Um, and so, what would you suggest to people? Like, let's say, for instance, you're at a conference and you're giving a talk, and you mentioned that you're an Oracle ACE and this is what you do, and somebody comes up to you afterwards and say, "Well, I'm really interested in getting involved in that program." What would you say? What would your advice be to people who are just, they're young, they're just joining the community? What should they do?
So people who are joining the community, I would say, our one single advice to them is that keep doing networking, right? Meet new people, attend conferences, because that's how you get to meet experts and learn new things, new technologies. That's one thing. Another thing which we tell them and encourage them is to share their knowledge. If they can present in some manner, blog, we understand not everyone can travel or present. It can be blogging, they can write a book, they can write articles, they can write OTN articles or their blogs or different forums. And so we encourage them to take participation or even travel for sure. If they can travel, that's very good. They travel Sangam, the biggest conference. We have massive 8 to 900 people coming in every year in Sangam. It's a 2-day conference. Yatra, if they can have the time to travel to different countries, or at least the nearest countries, nearest cities, I should say,
Cities, yeah.
because people travel here even to Singapore or different countries like Dubai or different regions like China or so states. Yes, we definitely recommend them to travel as much as possible if they can present in some manner. And ACE program is something which we recommend. Don't chase it. It will automatically come if you have the passion to share knowledge. If you have the goal that I want to become ACE, it won't come. You just have to be passionate to share knowledge, and of course, you are technical expert and you can share knowledge. Then definitely with time these things will come, because you should have passion to share knowledge. If you don't enjoy that, you will stop it sometime, right?
Right,
If I say
right.
I want to become ACE in 3 months and I'll just blog for 3 months and I'm done, no, not like that. So the passion must continue for years and years, and it should never end.
Yeah, it's interesting you mentioned about the ACE program. So I'm obviously at Oracle, so I'm familiar with what Oracle wants to do with that program. They want to grow it, and the number of ACEs in India is relatively small compared to the global. I think there's 450 ACEs, but the percentage of ACEs in India is relatively small compared to the size of the
Yes.
DBA and developer population there. And so there's So they want to grow globally, obviously, but
Absolutely.
I keep on saying that your biggest potential to get the largest number of really good, talented people involved in the program would be from India, and so keep encouraging as you go out and do your talks,
Absolutely.
and keep encouraging people, because I know the company is very much open to growing that program, especially in India, and so. Okay, Kamran. Well, thank you very much for your time. It was great meeting you here virtually, and I hope maybe in the next year or two or three, I'll be able to come back down to India and for an actual physical event for either Sangam or OGYatra for
OGYatra.
the whole tour, all 12 cities. Um, or maybe an Oracle event, because Oracle runs their own events as well, so
Yes.
hopefully. So until then,
Likewise.
good talking to you. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you so much, Jim. And it was great to have a talk with you, and we'll be looking forward to have you in India. Thanks
Cool.
for your time, Jim.
Thanks.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Thanks. Bye bye.